What is up, everybody? We are here, Average Joe Sports Talk, as always, with our official Week 3 college football preview show. We always put out a big show right at the start of the week just to kind of jumpstart everybody, get their juices flowing on the bigger games of the week, because you got a little bit more information to break those down. And then we go down all the top 25 and any other game that we see that may be outside the top 25.
No matter how good or how bad they are.
Yeah, we're going to touch on them just briefly and run down the list, so we're about to do that right now. Okay, this week leading in is what I call, pretty big week. There's going to be some separation here. There's definitely some top 25 matchups. And there's a lot of cancellations on some pretty decent decent games, too, because of the hurricane.
There's some good games if you know where to look.
Yeah, definitely. And obviously, we're going to do these in order. We would start out with, our game of the week. We've already done that, but we're even going to touch on those some on this video in case you hadn't watched the other one. Starting out, we're just going to spitball this right fast. Bama, Ole Miss.
Bama.
It was a 21-point favorite. You think they cover?
I went down.
Bama covers.
It's 21, yeah. It was 24, correct?
So everybody's hopping on Bama.
Yeah.
I got Bama winning, Ole Miss covering.
Okay. All right. Clemson, Georgia Southern. That is a 33-point line.
Should be higher.
Yeah.
But
bounce back game for Clemson. They'll be out to prove something this week.
Yeah, but Georgia
Southern's a tough team to do it.
That's one of those we said you shouldn't schedule.
They'll get 14, 21 points just because you don't really prepare for that offense. So the question here is, will Clemson eclipse 50? Can they eclipse 50? If they can, then they'll cover.
Georgia Southern likes to control
the clock.
And then will.
Yeah.
It's hard to prepare for that. I mean, that's why you don't schedule them, obviously.
I wouldn't touch that game from a betting standpoint. 33 is a lot of points.
Against the triple option offense.
Yeah, that runs the clock. All right, so let's go to Georgia and Middle Tennessee State. That's a 33.5-point game.
I don't know.
What's the line?
33.5. I'm gonna spitball on this one right fast. That's gonna be hard to get them up 2 weeks in a row like that. After a win like that against South Carolina, it's gonna be hard for them to stay sky high. I mean, coming in playing Middle at home.
And Middle gets those, like we were saying about South Florida. Middle gets those guys that flunk out of other colleges or for whatever reason don't make it. They go to Middle Tennessee State.
In other words, if you're an athlete out there and you're on last chance there's a good chance you'll be playing at Middle Tennessee.
Yes.
So they're athletic.
They are.
Obviously, Georgia wins. It's just a matter of
I would
time.
stay away from that from a betting
I'd
standpoint.
take MTSU. I mean, I would if I had to. But if I didn't have to, I would not touch that game.
I think it'll be interesting to see how Kirby Smart gets his guys up to play after a big win.
Young guys. Again, we keep saying that about Georgia. Young guys, how being consistent.
Both quarterbacks are playing this one too.
Oh yes.
I mean, because last week, he went wire to wire. They didn't even do any kind of quarterback rotation.
Running game came through last week too. Elijah Holyfield.
They looked a little bit better than I thought they were last week. I mean, I'll give them that. And South Carolina was on par. I said that's going to be horrible. They're horrible.
Yeah, that's right.
OSU, this is one that we touched on heavy on our previous show. 13.5 at TCU.
That's our can't miss. That's our can't miss of the week is OSU.
Bet the house on that.
Yeah.
All right. Let's cruise it on down the road to number 5, Oklahoma. 17.5 over Iowa State.
Is it? That's what when you see the upset games in the Big 12, somehow Iowa State's a common denominator in a lot of it.
Matt Campbell.
Yeah,
They're real pittish.
Yeah,
Like pittish.
17.5. Here's the thing: is Iowa State scored 3 against Iowa.
Oof.
I don't see them. I mean, if you can't put up more than 3 against Iowa, and I understand that's a rivalry game, but still.
Well, Oklahoma's going to put up at least 30.
Oh yeah.
So,
yeah. Murray is dynamic.
And they had
He's played his way into the Heisman.
against that Iowa Hawkeye defense. They had 19 yards rushing.
That's it.
That's it. Kyler Murray runs wild. I'd take the 17.5.
17.5. I'm with him, Oklahoma. I'm with Josh.
The Badgers, Wisconsin, minus 21.5 versus BYU.
Where's it at?
I don't know. I think it might be at BYU.
Well, that's one of we talked about at Utah, and I mentioned at BYU. That's tough, bro. Those guys, they come to play. You know, I would take BYU if it's at BYU. I'm taking BYU in the points.
It's at Wisconsin.
Oh yeah, well then I take Wisconsin.
I'll take Wisconsin in the points just because, in my opinion, Wisconsin has the best offensive line in the country.
Taylor got back on track last week too.
Back in the Heisman hunt.
250 yards, 3 touchdowns, 33 carries, something like that. 7.7 yards a carry. Our game of the week, number 7 Auburn versus LSU. Auburn at home, 10.5-point favorite. I think we all agree Auburn's going to cover that. Tough sledding for LSU. I don't see them moving the ball that much. If Auburn can't get their running game going, then it's going to be closer than the experts think.
That's a big if. I think they will. I mean, not to take anything away from LSU's defense, but I think Auburn's that good this year.
I think they're pretty legit. Here's a game that we all think is going to be somewhat scrappy, somewhat competitive for sure, is number 8 Notre Dame versus Vandy. 14.5-point favorite at home.
I was very high on Vandy, but not high enough. The more I thought about it, the better I feel about Vandy's chances.
Yeah, me too. I agree with you. I take Vandy in the points and maybe even the win.
And look,
You did take Vandy to win.
I did take Vandy to win.
SEC
That's
homer
awesome.
right here. I'm not afraid to admit that. But
Yeah.
Notre Dame is not that good.
They're always overhyped. It's the AP, all of them overhyped Notre Dame, buddy. I mean, it's not. Look, Lou Holtz is not taking the field with his gang at Saturday. It's not happening, bro. Let it go, bro. They're not that good. They shouldn't have been in a national title game against Alabama that year. It should have been. It should have been Florida against Alabama in that national title game. But anyways, Notre Dame's not that good. I agree with you, and I do. Vandy for sure take the points, and I think they're going to win.
All right, that brings us to number 9 Stanford at UC Davis. That game's off the board, so you can't bet on it if you want to.
That's bad for UC Texas.
Yeah.
Well, unless it's an injury that we don't know about.
Yeah, they took it off the board.
That's probably a smart move on their part.
Yeah,
That's amazing because I've seen 50-point lines. So I mean,
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's going to be nasty. Here's another one that we thought was kind of a smelly fish, kind of a weird line. Is Washington at Utah? Washington 6.5-point favorite.
The not so fast, my friend, game of the week.
yeah. I think we both had Utah lose my 3, right?
Yeah. I mean, ultimately Utah will lose, but I think it'll be a great game to watch.
I was the only one that picked Washington to cover in that one. Penn State versus Kent State. Penn State is 35-point favorite.
So what Penn State are you going to get? You get the first half last week or second half last week? Second half, they'll blow them out of the water. First half, they will never cover 35. Again, a 35, one of those high lines, you have to guess how many is Kent State actually going to score on. 14, so can Penn State score 49? Would be, I'll take Kent State the points on that one.
35 is a lot of points.
I think Penn State will cover.
Think they will?
I think they will.
We said last week, watch them bounce back in a big way, and that's exactly what they did.
And they did in the second half.
Big credit, James Franklin is a heck of a coach.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah, he's fun to watch, coach. And I remember hearing the story about him where if you called fair catch, you don't return punts for him no more. You cannot. He don't lie fair catches. You catch it and go with it. He said, "We're not calling fair catch." You remember that? You remember seeing that special on him?
Mm-hmm. Oh, that's pretty awesome, though.
He said, "We're not fair catching footballs on the punt return. I don't care who's barreling down your throat. We're going to get it somewhere and go with it." So that was his rule, and I was like, "That's pretty interesting. Kind of stupid, but interesting."
Yeah.
Number 13 Virginia Tech is canceled against East Carolina. West Virginia is canceled. North Carolina State, which I thought was, they actually wanted to move that game, and West Virginia said, "Nope, just cancel it. We're not playing."
Trap game anyway.
They'll reschedule, I'm sure, or try anyways.
Probably, yeah, you're right. Number 16, Mississippi State. Who do they got? They're a 33-point favorite.
Wow.
Let's see. That's one I didn't have written down.
Florida?
I like we had that.
I can see the line being that against Florida this week for sure.
No.
It's 30. They're a 33-point favorite over Louisiana Lafayette. 33-point
If it was
favorite.
Louisiana Tech, I'd take Tech, but it's not. So I'll take Mississippi State.
Mississippi State.
Mississippi State
cover.
cover.
Defending national champs got canceled this week. They were going to play North Carolina. And that being UCF, a la Slade Miller.
Sears and Roebuck national champs.
Sears and Roebuck. You got to throw that Roebuck in there, man. So Michigan at SMU. No, SMU at Michigan. 36-point favorites.
Well, I don't know who made that line.
SMU.
He had a Hawaiian shirt on there, yes.
Yes, yeah. There's no way. How many points is SMU?
I don't know if he's still there or not.
Oh,
In my mind, he's still there.
Let's see.
okay. First of all, hold on a second.
That's what
The line's 36. Jim McElwain is not going to lead any offense, no matter who it's against, to 36 points.
When I wouldn't put the spread against the Etowah Blue Devils at 36 for
Yeah.
Michigan.
Well, Jim McElwain's a good football coach.
Yeah, I don't care who the coach is at SMU, honestly.
Sonny Dykes.
Oh, well, I mean that's yep.
Hey,
Even if it wasn't Sonny Dykes, I'm still McElwain. I mean, dude, it might be a 21-20, and that's over two. If they get 200 total yards, that's a win for McElwain. Shea Patterson or Shea, that's Patterson, right?
Yeah, Shea
Yeah,
Patterson.
he's not as great as everyone thought he was going to be.
he looked a lot better at Ole Miss.
Yeah, I think Tamu would act, if they were both still there. Maybe he just saw the writing on the walls while he left.
It's very possible.
All right, now brings us to Oregon. This is the game I'll actually be attending. Oregon as a 41-point favorite over San Jose State.
I don't know much about San Jose State.
Oregon's they're like Ohio State. They'll score 90 on you if they can. I'll take Oregon.
Cristobal.
Yeah, he may have more of that Nick Saban in him.
Well,
Get a lead and stay and then play pro football and run the ball, play good defense. I don't know.
I think they'll cover.
I don't know enough about San Jose State, honestly.
They're awful. I tell you that. What was that saying that? You remember Charles Barkley what he said about? Was it Lithuania? Do you remember that in the Dream Team? He said, "I don't know much about Lithuania, but I know they're in trouble."
Yeah.
That's the first thing they played.
That's terrible.
That was hilarious. At most, I don't know much about them, but I know they're in trouble.
I used to start dynasties with San Jose State because I like their uniforms.
Oh yeah, their uniforms are legit, dude. That brings us to the turnover chain game. Miami Hurricanes. You had a funny stat on this one. Miami is a 10.5-point favorite, and I asked Josh why that line was so low over Toledo, and explained to him why that line's low.
Well, last week Toledo put up 66 points to 3. Right now, Toledo, they had a bye. Well, I say last week, it was first week. Toledo played a game. Second week had a bye. So they've had 2 weeks to prepare for Miami. Last year, Toledo led at half against Miami, 16-10. Now, ultimately, they lost 52-30, but I think they're going to put up some points.
It's 10.5.
10.5. Yeah.
Yeah. You won't hear me say this often, but I think Miami beat them by 3 touchdowns. I got them.
Now, here's a very interesting stat that I found. Last game, Miami played Savannah State, and he went 8 for 12, which ended a streak of 4 straight sub-500 completion percentage games.
You're talking about their quarterback Rozier?
Yeah.
Yeah, hey, that's why I actually would say, even against LSU, the defense played really well.
Yeah.
The defense played the offense is just awful. Awful.
The defense played well enough to
at least be there.
Yeah, to
at the
keep
end.
him in. But in the last 5 games, he's had one
He's awful.
50% completion.
We said at the beginning of the year in the preseason show or the first week against LSU, he's terrible. I mean, they were 0-3 to end the 0-3 to end the season with him last year. He's awful. Why is he still starting? I mean,
how bad does that backup have to be?
Yeah, as Mark Rick, I mean, what is it? Does Rick? He have something on Rick? Because I mean, get him out of the game, bro. I mean, seriously.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Who's behind him?
Yeah.
I really don't even know. I'm not trying to take a jab at him.
He can't be worse.
I don't know how that would be possible. But the they look stagnant, and then they go in spurts. They'll hit a spurt and get some first downs, and then back stagnant.
The ESPN Power Index has this Miami 76% chance to win. You know what that tells me? That according to ESPN's Power Index, Toledo's going to win this game 25% of the time.
Yeah, that's
So
weird.
1 out of 4.
Yeah,
One out of four.
That's weird. You're right.
I mean, it's a 10.5-point favorite. Las Vegas was not built on people winning.
It's built on making you bet money and
So
losing.
I feel like they're enticing people to.
Now, I'd love to see Miami lose against Toledo. Don't get me wrong.
I think
I'll be
it's
cheering for
possible.
Toledo. But I think Miami will beat them. Maybe like you said last year, exactly. Like, wait, so where did they play last year? Is this in Coral Gables?
This is in Toledo.
Oh, no. Gosh, that changes everything. I was thinking it was Coral Gables, but 10.5.
At Toledo.
I'll take Toledo. If Toledo can get a couple early scores at home and get the crowd into it, you see them Miami kids fold, bro. I mean, they don't know how to act anyway. So
Yeah, when we looked at that spread, hey, somebody.
what's the last thing you want to happen? Last thing you want to happen if you're a Miami fan is get behind and Rozier have to bring you back, have
Yes.
to throw more passes. That's awful. Now, if Miami can control it to begin with and not have to throw the ball 60 or 70% of the time, then they'll probably win. But if they get behind, book it. It could turn into an ugly one too.
Now Toledo had a quarterback last year by the name of Logan Woodside who threw against Miami last year. Had 342 passing yards, 3 touchdowns. So they're going to come out slinging the ball.
Dude, they're playing at home. That does change the dynamic of that game.
Yes.
Because Miami, they do get up at home. I give them that.
Yes.
For all 10 fans, they do. They get. I mean,
All right. So let's roll on to this is actually a pretty big game right here. USC versus Texas. Texas at home's 3.5-point favorite.
if Herman loses this one, he's got to be hot seat. I mean, if Charlie Strong was, then why is he not?
If he loses, I don't know. Both these teams are garbage,
Yeah.
in my opinion.
If this game was the only game on TV, I might watch a little bit of it. I'd probably go out in the yard and throw the ball with my boys is what I'd probably do instead of watching that game. I don't care. You know, USC, they got that young quarterback, and he got exposed last week, on the road. Where's the game at? Texas?
Yep.
Yeah. If there was a good episode of Andy Griffith on, I'd watch it
Yeah.
for this game.
Or just tell it like it is. I mean,
That's awesome. Okay. Let's cruise on down.
we'll just go with a tie, just 21-21.
What about this one, dude? This is a very, very, very interesting game right here, dude. Boise and Oklahoma State. Oklahoma State's at home, and they're 2.5 points.
2.5
Favorite.
points.
This is in Bedlam. This is Bedlam, Oklahoma, by God.
I tell you what, that Boise State quarterback is impressive. He's completing 73%, throwing 7 touchdowns, no interceptions.
It's efficient.
And Taylor Cornelius, Oklahoma State quarterback, 6 touchdowns, 3 interceptions. Oklahoma State, we all know what they're going to do. They're going to come out, they're going to pass. And
They're going to run sweep screens.
Is
And
Gundy still there?
yeah,
he still got a mullet.
I hope. If I'm watching the game, I'm looking for the mullet. I'd be disappointed.
Midnight Black still.
Let's do it. Yeah. Are you respecting?
Just for men, for the hair.
He gets after it.
How?
I'm a man. Pick on me.
I mean,
I'm a man.
Give
Pick
a
on
break,
me.
bro, yeah. His
how
name-
long ago was that?
5 years?
Yeah, it's been a long time, bro.
It was before. It's pre-mullet days.
ESPN Power Index has us 45% Boise, 54% Oklahoma State.
That's just because they're the home team.
Yeah, so I think the 2.5 in favor of Oklahoma State is probably because it's at Bedlam. I'd throw this up to a pick 'em. I mean, I could.
Go OK State. OK State by touchdown just because they're at home. 2.5.
2.5.
Yeah, see, even a field goal beats you, so you have to go OK State.
Benny Guzman, this is for you. I'm gonna take Boise State to win straight up. Benny Guzman.
Not. I don't know who Benny Guzman. I don't know who he is. But he's,
boy.
I don't know who he is, but he's in trouble.
Yeah.
Bedlam all the way, baby. Bedlam by 10.
What?
Bedlam by 10. the cowboy with the 6 shooters is going to look like Yosemite Salmon all day, bro.
It's one of the weirdest.
He's got that hat like Jim Carrey's got on.
He's creepy.
All right, let's got 2 more games we're going to touch on. Arizona State -5.5 versus San Diego State.
That's a can't miss pick of the week also.
That's kind of smelly fishish.
Yeah, Herm Edwards though, dude, he's a professional. He knows how to get those kids going. Hey, these kids grew up watching him on ESPN. They know who he is. He's not some dude that just came off the street. So I'm Arizona State 2 or 3 touchdowns. That's one of those can't miss games. For me,
last game.
I don't care what it is. If I had a business and I needed a manager, Herm Edwards would be my man.
He's pretty legit. I like him. Playoffs? No, I'm just kidding. Not Denny Green that did that. Which one? Ew. We got one more. Then we'll get there. Hold up. Michigan State -7 versus Indiana.
How terrible is Michigan State, dude?
-7? I'll be honest. This is the first I'm hearing of this. I didn't even click on it.
Well, it depends on which poll you're looking at. They're 25 still.
Is Antoine Randall coming out and playing? Because that's a low. I mean,
what about Plaxico?
Is Plaxico playing? Yeah, we could.
This is a slap in the face of Michigan State.
Is that Indiana?
I think it is.
You don't have to look it up.
It don't matter if it's playing Jim Glover.
I think it's probably at Indiana. Looking at that line, and I'm going to Indiana.
Last game we're going to talk about the Florida State Willie Taggart Seminoles, the coach bag turnover backpack Seminoles.
Get out of my face, that crass embarrassing.
Versus the Orangemen of Syracuse in the Carrier Dome.
You don't go to Carrier Dome. We talked about this the other night. Dude, I remember Steve Spurrier walking in there with the number 2 or 3 team in the nation, Carrier Dome, and we got our crap handed to us, son. Got it handed to us, I was like 49-21, or maybe 49-28, I can't remember. Carrier Dome, and we've seen it in the last couple of years. Teams going up Carrier Dome. Even if Syracuse is terrible, if it's a big game, big team.
Nobody goes to the Carrier Dome, comes out with an easy win.
That's right.
Syracuse covers the 3, wins it straight up.
I'm with you, bro. I'm with you. And then Taggart is, whose seat is hotter? If Taggart and Herman lose, whose seat is hotter?
What if we lose to Colorado State?
Oh yeah. Well,
Mullins could lose.
Well, everyone said 8 to 9 wins for Florida, so he can still manage that. But we won't.
If he loses to Colorado State,
what is that line? Do you know what that line is?
I ain't looked at it.
I don't know what the line is either. Florida will bounce back this week though.
Last year,
State coming off a big one.
27-24. That's what Jimbo Fisher. Syracuse missed a field goal as time expired to send it into overtime.
At FSU.
At FSU.
Now, this is pre-Willie days.
Pre-Willie.
Free Willie, pre-Willie?
Pre-Willie.
Big game James is going to unsubscribe to us.
I don't blame him, because there's plenty more where that came from.
Eric Dungy, Syracuse's quarterback, last year against Florida State, 24-43, 278 yards passing, 2 touchdowns, was the leading passer for Syracuse. He was also the leading rusher with 22 rushes, 129 yards rushing.
He's still there.
Still there.
Oh, it's over.
That dude's a gamer, man.
Syracuse by 10.
Yeah.
Syracuse by 10. Guys, we are about to shut this one down. I'm going to be out of town traveling. I'm going to be at the Oregon game this weekend. I'm also going to be at the, God willing on all this, of course. I'm going to be at the IMG Academy Modern Day game in Los Angeles next Friday. And the USC Washington State, I believe, is who they're playing in the Coliseum next week. So we'll be doing some live stuff out there and uploading a few videos and things. These guys will keep running the page as normal, so nothing's going to change there. But as I say that, I say this. Guys, please hit the subscribe button. Please hit the bell beside it to get the notification when we drop new material. This is Average Joe Sports Talk. Good night.
Yeah, we should do a shout out.